Alright, so before I get started, I have to apologize for the thumbnail this time. I was running low on time and didn't have a lot to work with. But this is going to be my recap on my improved 20Q collection. I have a lot to talk about and I don't have a lot of time to do it. Oh god. So, starting with the oldest ones that I have, and I say ones because they're literally the same thing, just with different colors. We have the 20Q Big Screen Duo, and I say duo because I have two of them. One was a gift. This one right here was a gift. This one is a backup just in case the gift one goes haywire. Released in 2005. The 20Q Big Screen has, well, a big screen, as you can see. It's released by Raka. Raka no longer owns the rights to the 20Q property. But the button layout is sound, text scrolling buttons, sometimes on yes, new game, undo, unknown, rarely, no, and then there's a reset button. And they both share the same sound font, but they're just in a slightly different pitch. And I can show that off. It's my first one. This one sounds a little bit higher. A lot faster, too, actually. Runs on 2 AA's, and the speaker grill is... Oh, man, camera does not want to pick this up. Speaker grill is right there in the corner. I must apologize for the lighting, by the way. My lamp is no longer right next to my bed, so I apologize for the poor lighting. So, next up is the 20Q version 2.0. The very first release of the 2.0. Wow, camera, please focus on it. Now, this is not the special edition of the 2.0. The special edition of the 2.0 is called Funky Purple, and the casing would be white. The inside of the screen would be purple. The buttons would be gray. And this one runs on 2 AAA's like traditional 20Q models would. This was also released by Raka in, I believe, 2007. Let me double check on that. Yes, 2007. Runs on 2 AAA batteries. Does not include the rarely button. Camera, please focus on that. Does not include the... Yeah, it's about it. Does not include the rarely button. The text scrolling buttons are right there. The button layout is undo. Oh, we turned off. Undo. Unknown. No. Yes, new game. Supposedly it's on yes, new game, I would imagine. Sometimes sound and reset is actually on the back, which is very, very strange. Where is it? Right there, where my finger is. There were very few versions of this one. Actually, there were a lot. There's this one. There were also translucent casings for this one that were orange, purple, and pink. Or no, red, purple, and pink. There was the aforementioned funky purple one. There was also a... What was it? Radio Shack or Sears exclusive. It was blue around the shell, purple around the screen, gray buttons, and it's absurdly hard to find. I've only seen it show up once. But now we move on to, if I can find it, because I have all these guys in a pile. "20Q Music and Sports." This one's not really common. It's semi-common. And the sound's off. There we go. This one's more or less in the shape of a football, and it has 2 games. I will show that off. I've done a review on this, sort of, but I'm gonna do it again. Like, it will do the I know what you're thinking screen. But after that, it will do this. Do you want to play ... music or sports? And this one came out, I believe this one came out in 2005. Yes, 2005, I want to say. There's not really much to it. It's just 2 games rolled up in one. And now we're getting to the interesting stuff. The more traditional 20Q games I have. Where is it? This is a pocket-sized version of the 20Q 2.0 intelligence. This is the Spring Colors variant, grassy green. And now includes a backlight switch, which I thought was kind of cool. And the undo button is now below the regular layout if you're used to the pocket layout. Again, released by Radica in, I want to say 2005. Radica, Radica released in, yep, 2005. I'm getting really bad at these numbers. But yes, the layout is traditional, as to be expected with the pocket-sized version, like the globe version. Text scrolling buttons are on the sides. That's the sound. Unknown, no, yes, sometimes, undo, and reset. Again, there's the... Come on, camera, please focus on that. Please focus on this. There is the backlight switch, and the undo button would become a staple in later models of the 20Q Intelligence by Radica. And this also came in pink, orange, and blue. I wanted the blue one too, but I couldn't find it for a good price. Alright, now on to the quartet. The themed quartet, as I like to call them. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Where's 4? Alright. These came out simultaneously. And 3 of these are version 2.0s. One of these was only released once. And one of these doesn't share the same sound font as the rest of them. And that would be sports. I'm not really a sports person, but I'm kind of the 20Q guy around here, so I have to have it. And this one doesn't sound like the rest of them. And if anything, it has the sound font similar to the Disney one, which we'll get to later. I have that one. Or the color changing one, which I have. That's somewhere. I just don't know where it is, so it's not in this video. But yeah, the button layout is still the same. Got the usual buttons, and there's the undo button. That is the backlight switch. This came out in 2007. Camera, please focus on this. And as with all the globe-shaped ones, it's operated by 2 AAA batteries. This one was actually kind of absurdly hard to find, despite me not being a sports person. So, this one's actually 2.0. The artificial intelligence for the sports intelligence, this is version 2. This is the only one that we've gotten released by Radica. That was the last one. Blah. Yeah, it made a lot of sense. This is the last one by Radica that was released that was updated. We would later get the sports version by TCG Toys, but that one is absolute trash, and I know it's trash because I have the rock and roll one. That one's absolutely stupid. And we have music. This one's the definitive version of the music. Artificial intelligence is music version 2. Again, backlight switch on the bottom. Usual button layout. Oh yeah, I should also point out that the buttons are colored not to match the actual unit, but they actually have different colors, like in color contrast with the unit. Like the sports one had lime green, yellowish buttons. This one has reddish orange ones, which is kind of cool. This came out in 2007. Again, these all came out relatively the same year. This was the last artificial intelligence upgrade for the music artificial intelligence by Raka. And we will later get the rock and roll intelligence upgrade from TCG Toys, which again, we're all grateful for. Oh, before I put this one back, might as well point out that this one has a different sound font. Like, it's got a different sound font compared to all the other ones. Let me go find it again. Like, compared to the sports one, it's got a different sound font. And compared to all the other ones, like I said, like the other ones that aren't themed, it's got a different sound font. That would later carry over to television. This is the only version that's physical of the television intelligence. And it's actually guessed a few things, like DNA Phantom. It's gotten DNA Phantom in the past. And it's green with purple buttons. Again, usual layout. There's the undo button there for good measure. Backlight switch. This is the only physical release of the artificial intelligence for television. And it sounds the same as the music one. Like, the only other versions of this intelligence sound font that exists are the football-shaped ones, which were Sports V1, People V1, which is absurdly hard to find, and Music V1 and Sports and Music V1.5, the one that I showed off. But that's about it for that sound font. And then there was People V2 that shared that sound font. People doesn't give you a subject, because I'll show you what I mean. And again, it shares the sound font. Again, it's a color contrast. It's pinkish purple with green buttons. This one says, yeah, it does the usual try me thing. But instead of, it says, think of someone, not something, someone. And then it just goes right to the questions, which is kind of cool. Also, the V2s have lag, which is annoying. I find that kind of stupid. On to one of my favorite themed ones. This is not part of the quartet because it came out relatively after the quartet came out, but this is Disney. Disney 20Q. It has Mickey Mouse ears there plastered to it. That's pretty cool. This one, oh god, this one was absolutely absurdly hard to find for me for a good price, because I was not about to pay $45 for a brand new one. This one, I got brand new. This is the only physical release of the Disney Intelligence that we have by Radica and Disney, obviously. And it sounds like this. Sounds like the sports one and the color changing one. And I like the splash screen. Wait for it. Mickey Mouse heads. Think of anything from Disney. Now, it's actually been very accurate in the past, but I haven't played with it since. Merely out of boredom. The button layout is still the same. There's no backlight switch there anymore. The layout is still the same. Still the undo button right there. And I have a special treat after I get done with the portable variants. But yeah, that's the only release of the Disney Intelligence that we've ever gotten. And something that I am stupid about, because I completely forgot about this, because I was like going through my pile. is this thing. This came out in the midst of the 20Q challenge bundle that was exclusive to Toys R Us. I'm not going to go into much details. It's just like a special pocket gold version of 20Q without the undo button because it's the Intelligence 1.1. With a backlight switch, nothing special. Runs on 2 AAAs. It's got the 1.0 sound font, nothing special. That's why I didn't really talk about it. But at the end, I have something very special to talk about. What's the last one? Don't really. I'm doing something really stupid. Alright. This is my favorite 20Q. Oh wow, camera. My favorite 20Q overall. This is 20Q version 3.0. There's a little bump right there. I don't know why. This came in 3 colors. Red. I have a red one, but I'm probably going to give it away to someone. Blue. This is what the blue one looks like, and some kind of pinkish purple. This is the smartest one out of the Raga artificial intelligence by far. And it sounds like this. That's the sound font. Again, the usual button layout. The undo button is still there. They just removed the little backlight thing. Still runs on AAA batteries because it's the globe shape. That's why I haven't gotten into detail about the globe shape ones, because everyone knows they run on AAA batteries. And now we're on to something really awesome. Bringing both of these in at the same time. Technosource had acquired the rights to the 20Q property in 2011. And we got this. 20Q the Next Generation. Or the Next Generation 20Q, whatever you want to call it. And it got... Wow, did it get a makeover. This is the pink one because I thought I had a blue one, but I don't know where it went. The button layout is yes, sometimes, rarely, that's back, no, skip, that's a new feature, undo, sound, and speed. It actually has an on and off switch. And when you turn it on, it looks amazing like this. It's amazing. Oh, dust on the screen. I have the power to read your mind. Why is there so much dust on the screen? Prepare to be amazed. Also, it runs on 2 AAA batteries at the bottom. This is probably the most scariest, accurate 20Q I've ever played. Also, the volume can be turned up very, very loud. Like, it's eerily accurate, this one, by the way. I already said that. But it's just, like, the most accurate one I've ever played. Period. I like the light effects on this one. But I'm gonna go over to the next one that 20Q had made with the, oh my god, what is it? With Technosource, thank you, brain. The 20Q Mega Screen Edition Next Generation 20Q. I had a hard time tracking this particular one down. Nothing special. It just runs on 1 more AAA battery, so it's 3 AAA batteries. Screen is easier to see. Same thing. Just on a bigger scale. Nothing that special about it, really. Just a bigger thing. And now we're on to the most, well, arguably, the most disappointing 20Q I have ever played. And that's actually a surprise, because I'm the 20Q guy, and I know everything about that game. But here's 20Q Classic by TCG Toys. Oh my god. Camera, focus on that. The button layout is absolute weirdness. Skip, sound, no, yes, undo / new game. Who would do that? Like, why would you do that? And now we have a new maybe button. Now, to my knowledge, that was also included in the Star Wars and Doctor Who variants. of 20Q, the maybe button. And they went for a retro style thing where they went back and made it sound like the original 1.0 sound font. Like that. I'm not going to play this. This is absolute trash to play. Also, it runs on 2 AAA batteries. Speaker grills on the back. This came out to commemorate the game's, what was it, 30th anniversary, and oh god. We deserved better. The game deserved better. Oh god. But if you've seen my unboxing video on my old channel, you would know that I got this as a bonus. 20Q rock and roll. I'm not going to go into it in much detail. It's just relatively the same thing with artificial intelligence that tells you more about, that tries to guess more about rock and roll. Particularly rock and roll because that's the only thing that it focuses on. Again, AAA batteries, speaker grill came out to commemorate the game's 30th anniversary. And now what I promised I would show at the very end of the review, 20Q challenge. And I'm going to have to turn the camera on, or not on, move the camera for this one, or you just bumped that against the wall. Because 20Q challenge is huge. It has sometimes, rarely, that's still there, no, on yes, new game, sometimes, undo, and sound. There are no text scrolling buttons anywhere. And this nightmare of a thing runs on C batteries and has an on and off switch where, oh, and there's the speaker drill. Where is it? Right there, and there's the reset button. And it has 2 screens. I know what you're thinking. There's the other screen on the back. And the reason it looks off, I've said this before, I will say it again. There's a rod that spins inside the unit. So that's why it looks odd. And, let me see if I can find the yes button. It sounds like more like a chime kind of sound font to it. You'll see what I mean. That's what it sounds like. Again, I had to rush this video. I'm sorry. I couldn't go into that much detail. But yeah, that's my 20Q collection up to speed. I'm still waiting for the 20Q Marvel Tesseract variant to come out. It's been like what? How many years since they announced that? We were expected to get that in 2016. It is now 2020. Give us that variant, please. Anyways, this is Earthworm 94 signing out.